Hi, I just want to give you a quick overview of what we're going to be doing at our monthly new member orientation slash sort of thing to think about business accelerator conversation. The way it works is this. Get rid of that. We try to keep it to a tight hour. You can arrive early for early bird networking. Then we do a 10-minute overview of all of the things that you need to know about being a new member or a member of the Extraordinary Business Network. Most of those are going to stay the same, but we might throw in some new wrinkles. But the goal is just to make sure that you see out all of the tools that you have. You see where you can share content. You see how you can get into the recommended resource guide. You see how you can use the lunches to promote. You see where you can add video, right? We just want you to get an orientation of the tools that you have available to you as an EBN member. Okay, then we do 10-minute introductions of our new members. Okay, so we want you make sure you're there for that so that you can learn about our new members. Then we do a 10-minute speed networking so that you can meet some of the people that you got. Then we do a 20-minute workshop on a topic, whether that's led by me or led by Dan or one of our SWAT team members, or whether it's one of our regular members. We do a 20-minute workshop to help you succeed, and then we do 10 minutes of sort of celebration, right? We want to acknowledge people who have done things. We want you to recognize and celebrate your goals. This is where we try to hold you accountable for things. Now, a couple of sort of break-offs that we can do. One is if you need video done, like a video introduction, you can do that at the event. The other thing is that we encourage people to meet, to just set and review goals, the goals that they've set for themselves over the past month, etc. So this is a good monthly opportunity to reconnect with other people in person. Of course, you're connecting with people at the lunches, but it's a good place to connect with other people. And I invite you, so take a look at the calendar for our upcoming schedule. But if you're a new member, make sure that you attend. If you're a returning member, definitely use this as an opportunity to come meet the new members and to get reconnected with the resources. We've talked about bait. We talk about the need to build a list. And then we also talk about how to communicate with your list. And we talk about the ways to position yourself as an authority and how you can elevate yourself in the minds of your prospects or your customers. So one of the things that I really like is the notion of creating a book, right? We have a member, Frank Felker, who specializes in helping members, publish a book. And what you're doing there is you're creating an aura of celebrity, and you're also creating the authority that's going to enable you to really attract customers, convert more quickly. People don't tend to resist people that they see as authorities or doubt or lack of trust in them. There's a lot of good things that can happen with the book. The reason I started with bait is that you could say, here's my book. You can use it to build your list. You can use it to communicate with your list. You can use it to build partnerships. But I want to talk to you about specific ways that you could, this weekend, create a book. And some of the things that you need for that are the people in this virtual room, right? The people in our network. Because you can create a book that is not just you typing for 250 pages, right? You can create a book where you contribute a chapter of the book, and then 8 other people create a chapter and contribute a chapter of the book. Now, why would you do that? Well, the reason you do that is because that you guys are all playing a role in solving a problem or creating an opportunity for your customer, right? If I'm, let's say that you do financial aid for college. All right, great. Well, you can write a book, the Joe Schmo's definitive guide to getting hundreds of thousands of dollars of scholarships. Great. Call that step 1. That's fantastic. But aren't you also helping the person parent? Aren't you also dealing with the parent's concern about their child's welfare? So, you could put together a book which was more like, how to raise and educate a happy, healthy child. That could involve a chapter from the music teacher. It could involve a chapter from the martial artist. It could involve a chapter from our home inspector talking about safety hazards in the home. It could involve a chapter from the financial advisor talking about 529 plans or savings or whatever. It could involve a chapter from the home equity person who talks about how to borrow, and it could include a chapter from you, the financial advisor. So what you're doing is, just like we sort of do, right? You're all looking at this target, this good target, this person that you're trying to help, and you're saying, how could we work together to help them? So then you put together this book. Each of you contributes a chapter. Put that together, and don't let the book thing scare you. The easiest thing in the world today is to print a physical book, okay? All you need to do is have the content. The book is like a $7 production, and you can get that done, in a week, in an hour, really. You just submit your document, and they'll send you back the book. So that's one way to create a book, and that's a way to do it without you having to spend a lot of time. What you have to do is you have the vision, right? So the next time you're connected with some of our Extraordinary Business Network people, think about who your customer is, what's bothering them, or what do they care about, and what would be a title that would be of great, great appeal to them. And then think who in this room could contribute a chapter to that book, okay? Home services, how to have the greatest home that you've ever desired. And we have a chapter from our plumber and our painter and our remodeler, right? Our landscaper. This would be a great way, by the way, if there are people that you are really, really interested in working with, but they're not yet connected with the network, invite them to watch this video, and then have them come to the next lunch, or send them to the link about the webinar that explains how the Extraordinary Business Network works. Because there's no reason that you can't go out and pick the people that you want, okay? This doesn't have to be a project within the Extraordinary Business Network. Do it with your own network. I talked to you about how to create a you-centric business network. I would prefer it if I could help you with it, if you do it within the network, but that's up to you. But I'm going to give you a second idea. The second idea is, what if you reached out to your customers? Now, we all want testimonials, right? We all want endorsements from our customers. But what if you reframe that and you said, I want one of two things, okay? I want either success stories or I want lessons learned. And lessons learned can be thought of as, what I wish I knew. So if you're looking, this is a kill two birds exercise. It'd be great for you to reach out to your list. You don't want to reach out to your list and constantly be bombarding them with sales messaging. So you reach out to your list and say, hey, I'm putting together a book of success stories, a how to be successful losing weight, a how to be successful with your rehab project, a how to be successful saving for college, a how to be successful growing your small business, a how to be successful quitting smoking, whatever it is, whatever business you're in, how to be successful saving your marriage, how to be successful planning your travel trip thing. And I would love, if you have a story, if you have a success story that you would like to share, I would love for you to share it with me. If it involves how great I was, I won't turn that down, but I would love for you to share that with me. I'm going to put that into a book, and if we include your success story, I'm going to give you a complimentary copy of the book. Here's what's going to happen, guys. They're going to get the email. They're going to read the email. They're going to either be excited about participating or not excited about participating. They're either going to do it or not do it. They're either going to want the book or not want the book. And for some of those people, some of the people on your list, they're going to be delighted to share their success story with you. And they're going to be delighted to be amplified, elevated, promoted in the book. And they'll be delighted to get a free copy of the book. And for other people, they don't really have a success story, but they're going to be really excited about reading the book. And for other people, they're not going to care. But you, at the end of the day, might have 10, 12, 20, depending on what type of business you're in, success stories that you can include in there. Second thing, and this is potentially a different market, right, or a different people will respond differently, is you say, listen, same basic pitch, I'm putting together this book. I would love for you to share your advice. What do you wish you knew then? What do you wish you had done differently? What are your lessons learned? And share those with me. I'll include them in the book. Maybe it's the same book, Success Stories, Lessons Learned, okay? But there are going to be some people who don't think of themselves as a success story, but they're very interested in what I wish I knew then, right? So this would be a great way, with one email to your list or one social media post to your list, do something on nextdoor.com. You can go out there and just announce something and get people to be sharing their content. You put that together. And again, if you're daunted by the book, first off, talk to me if you're daunted by the book. But secondly, if you're daunted by the book, put it together in an ebook. Put it together in a PDF. Once it's in a PDF, we can turn it into the book. You could turn it into a video, right? A video just splashing success stories or lessons learned, all kinds of things. But we started with book. Let's focus on book. So my challenge to you is to think about how a book, either the first version of a book, a multiple co-author book, or this kind of customer-generated book, how that could help you in your business. Is it going to help you by establishing you as an authority? Is it going to help you by giving you a piece of bait to go out into the world with? Is it going to help you by just reaching out to people and that leading to a connection? Who cares about the book? But you're doing it to reach out to your customers or reach out to potential partners. So that's something for you to think about. And again, if you need any help with that, make sure that you come to one of the lunches. We can talk about it, or make sure you're at our next new member orientation. Talk to you soon.